Unger coming to you here today for this edition of Bandwagon Nerds Live here on this lovely March day here across the United States. Hope everybody's doing well. Given the state of the world, that is a tricky subject nowadays, but what are you going to do, right? Coming to you here today, it's about to get hot out here in California. It's like what I bitched to you the other day, didn't I, Tony? About it's the middle of March and it's going to be 95. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's ridiculous already.
Well, I can tell you.
My wife, I love her, man. She plans these weekends to go down to Disneyland, right? And she like looks at she's looking at the forecast and probably digging out the old Farmer's Almanac to pick out the perfect weekend, and it's like it's going to be like everything like weeks in advance. It's going to be like the mid 70s, perfect weather for Disneyland, right? And then this bullshit heat wave starts. So
isn't it the last year they're doing the Farmer's Almanac?
I don't know.
I think it's the last year.
I mean,
By the way,
the world probably ended in 2012, and we just don't know it yet.
Simulation theory.
Yeah, the Mayan thing.
By the way, you talking about heat. It is so hot in Houston today, and it's not like temperature hot, but humidity hot.
Yeah.
But there's a red flag warning.
What does that mean?
Basically means don't burn shit.
All right.
Because between the wind and the humidity and the heat, things could set ablaze.
Things could ignite. Well,
Indeed.
Only thing we're going to be burning up here today are lots of trailers. We're going to be burning up lots of trailers. Some news around the Nerdosphere, and then we are down to the Elite Eight of Battle Royale Madness. Hence the title of this episode, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, man. It is going to get bloody here today. Sorry, you two. I did steal your song title. I don't think anybody's going to care that much. But let me go around the
horn. If Bono's listening, what up, Bono?
Yeah. Hey, Bono. Thanks, man. Please don't sue us. We're not making all that much money on this yet. So you may be wondering where our fearless leader, Patrick O'Dowd, is. He is not intentionally being part-time Patrick today, but he cannot be here today. So we're going to hold down the fort. The three musketeers. The three amigos. I want to stand up. Can we do the...
Oh, those amigos. Oh,
yeah.
I saw that movie in the movie theater, too.
That's impressive. That was
I was born after it came out.
So.
I think my dad and my mom and my grandparents figured out the best way to get me to shut up for an hour and a half to 2 hours was to take me to a movie.
Yeah, you've told me this. Your grandparents were smart motherfuckers.
Well,
man.
Yeah, I don't know how smart. I also saw Platoon and Born on the 4th of July in the movie theater. And think about how old I would have been then.
That Grandpa Jack was smart, man. He knew what he was doing.
It's like the Poon, uncle. Did your uncle, the Poon Slayer, take you to these movies, or what was going on there?
Uncle Grandpa Poon Slayer, Tunney.
He was just
Jack Tunney.
The family.
Yeah, Jack Tunney, man. I mean, Tunney's got a favorite, famous uncle, man. Bad decision with that title before WrestleMania 4, but we're not going to get into that right now. What we are going to get into, of course, welcoming into the show my two besties in my podcasting endeavors, the one and only PC Tunney. Tunney, how you doing, brother?
Wonderful. Beautiful selection Sunday here. We got the Players' Championship on, and tonight we have the Academy
Oscars.
Awards.
That's right. And, of course, you've heard the voice of the one and only Raymond S. Cashington, who will be taking over MC duties later on when we do get to the Elite Eight of Battle Royale Madness. But man, Pat, I got it. And look, this is full disclosure to you guys, which unlike other things where we can't get any disclosure, here's full disclosure. Patrick did do the rundown, so he had every intention of coming on the show today, and he was kind enough to send that to me because with me being banned from X, it makes it difficult to stay in the loops with my buddies. Even though I did figure out a way to get access to some of my DMs, but unfortunately not the old Bandwagon Nerds chat. It's something with encryption.
Ask me after the show. I have an idea to get you back and in the Bandwagon Nerds chat. So.
I think it's something just because I'm suspended.
No, well, I have an idea. I'll tell you.
I'm allegedly IP banned, but like I told one of my friends I was talking to when I reconnected with them on DMs on X. I'm like, hell, at this rate, in 6 months they'll forget I was suspended and I'll just be completely reinstated. Or when they realize they're not getting $11 a month from me in a couple days, they're gonna be like, hey, we decided to look at your appeal in further detail, and you know what? You're right.
Let's talk some nerdy stuff.
What, hun?
Did you say Poon Slayer?
Yeah, I did say. My wife comes in here. She goes, "Did you say Poon Slayer?" I'm like, "Yes, I said Poon Slayer." Tunny's uncle, Jack, the Poon Slayer Tunny. That's actually old Gator came up with that. Don't blame me. That was an old Gator.
Dave still.
I,
Gator's like the dog at the dinner table. Like, don't blame me. The dog did it.
yeah, it's a
Man,
dog. The dog.
it
The
wasn't
dog
me.
was the one.
The dog
That-
farted, honey. It wasn't
That's
me.
right. The dog farted. It wasn't me. Exactly. So, but anyway, Patrick put together a really in-depth rundown, and my man had 5 trailers this week, because, I mean, you got to have that many trailers. I mean, that sort of thing. But let's run through some of these. The first one that he had on here is a trailer for a movie coming out, or I guess it's a movie. It's a movie. Coming out called Roommates. That
Happy Madison, man. Adam Sandler is behind it.
is that who's behind this? All right, maybe
Yes.
I'll give this another look. I don't know, man. I found myself after watching this trailer going like, what the hell is this thing? This seems like it I don't know. To me, it kind of felt like these guys are channeling a little bit too much American Pie mixed in with psychedelics and edibles and shit. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on here.
You
But
might have your movies mixed up here.
You do.
maybe I do.
You're thinking
This
of pizza.
is the one.
You're thinking
This
of
is
pizza.
one where the
Oh.
girls go to college.
Okay, you're right. Pizza movie I like. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But this one, yeah. This one I'm not. I don't know, man. This one? It is the girls that go to college, and you say this is from Happy Madison with Adam Sandler and all that stuff. So, I should probably pay more attention to it. I don't know. This one didn't reel me in for some reason. What'd you guys think of this one?
I'm the one that made y'all put it on the rundown.
Oh, see, Ray, I don't know these things. I would have
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I knew it was if I'd known it was you. I mean, there is this thing called texting.
We should. You know what we should do for the rest of the show? Just pretend we know what we're doing and stop pulling the curtain back on our faults here. How would we do that?
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yes. But no. So look, first and foremost, anything Adam Sandler does, I'm support. I think Adam Sandler is in the Homie Hall of Fame. That is probably the best friend I've ever seen in history. That dude puts on for his people. So I really like to support him, and he's funny. He does great shit. He's Tony's hero, so you know how we do. But also, I think first and foremost, I love coming of age stories. I think they're probably the coolest and most fun genre to watch, especially when it's that middle ground of childhood, teenagerdom to adulthood, because that's when the most fucked up shit happens to you and you try to figure out who you are. But I always try to be a big proponent of diversity on this show and in life, but particularly on the show. And
I can't imagine why, Ray.
I'm just saying, it's because I have dreadlocks. How about that?
That's what it is.
I'm the only dude on the show with dreadlocks.
I
But
tried, Ray, and it wouldn't work. But
you could get a few still if your time's tight enough.
I
think
get
you
like
can get a
one
few.
strand. I could maybe pull like one dread.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
That's true.
You can always go to Turkey.
It's dangerous over there right now. But go ahead, man.
Hey, how bad you want the dreadlocks?
Yeah.
But no, what I love about this is the coming of age story from the perspective of girls, and not just girls wilding out. Like, it's why Bridesmaids is one of the greatest comedies ever made to me, because of how out there it was, but with women. But what's cool about this is it's from the perspective of a girl who's trying to be normal, and the roommate's wild, and it's that kind of deviation between, am I gonna fall into her wretchedness, or am I gonna stick with me being I want to be at home at night, I want to be cuddled up reading a book type lifestyle, and shenanigans ensue. I think it looks really, really fun, and again, Sandler don't really, other than Jack and Jill, which I found funny, he don't really let you down that much, so I'm down.
Yeah. Tony, what do you think of this one? Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I got to go back and watch this trailer because I just was like, what's happening here? But what do you think of it?
It looks like it's gonna be good. It's just really not for me. I think if I was younger, I would probably be more into it. I think Ray's got daughters that are going to be going through this stuff, so that maybe kind of has a little niche
It
there.
oughta
But I
be,
mean, it looks
yeah.
like a good story. It looks fun, but I think I've just kind of grown away. It's a little too serious-ish for me. But
Yeah, I think I'm with Tony on this. I think that's just why it didn't click with me. It's like, well, yeah, it's like I want it to be like Blockers or something like that, but I don't think it's going to be like Blockers, that sort
and
of
I'm not
thing.
saying it's not going to be good. I think it's
Right,
just
right,
something that it's just not for me at this point.
right.
So
I
And
mean, we're
the
making
blockers
snap decisions on trailers, so
and the blockers compare. I think it will be just like blockers. The difference is the
no
main characters of
parents.
blockers wasn't the daughters. The main characters of blockers was the parents. This is blockers if the parents didn't exist.
Well, John Cena's not doing anything, so I mean, get him in this
Oh,
movie.
word! He's not doing anything right now. Not the 5 movies he's involved in.
Well, you can't see him, Ray. That's the problem, you know.
Did you
It's
see the '90s meme he put out with just random, just empty rooms? Oh, it's so good.
John Cena's great, man. I love podcasting with him the other day. I mean, that one episode I did of Unidentified History where there was nobody next to me, but it's good stuff.
Boy,
All right,
the boy's good at his job.
since I buried the lead on this one, let's go to the next fucking trailer and talk about Pizza Movie, which has Ray. What is the kid's name from Stranger Things? The main character, Catanzaro.
Gaiden Manzaro.
Yeah, Gaten Matanzaro. Well, Casey Catanzaro, no, Matanzaro. All right, well, she ain't doing anything either, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, this one to me, and maybe it is something, maybe it's easier for me just to relate because it's guys, and I don't mean to sound sexist or anything like that
No,
or
it's legit. That's
misogynistic.
real. That's a real
But
feeling.
it is easier for me to relate to stuff that's going on where these guys, they get what do they find? They find a box of mints. And there's clearly a lot of drug suggestiveness in this trailer, and the mints have something to do with pizza, and these guys tripping balls, and that's kind of the main thing I got out of there. And hilarity ensues. This looks very fun, and I like the cast in this one, and I just I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for like these kind of drug movies, especially when there's psychedelics involved, and that seems like what we got going on here is some some mints, some lifesavers, some breath savers, or something like that have gone very strangely wrong. But Tony, I'll go to you first on this one. Did this one resonate with you a little bit more? Because I like this trailer better. For me, it felt a little bit
yeah, I dropped
better.
this trailer. This is like more up my alley. It's just funny, right? It's kind of stupid. Do you know Sarah Sherman's in both movies? I thought that was hilarious.
Is she really?
Yeah,
Sarah Sherman is having a moment that's having the moment that Marcelo had last year.
yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. And SNL was really good last night. If you guys didn't catch it, but yeah, this looks fun. It looks funny. I'll probably check this one out.
Raymond, what do you think of this
Watch
one?
it. Oh, I'm sure I'll watch it. I'm the exact opposite. But honestly, I am really fucking drugged out. Like I've seen
Right
pineapple-
now? Like right now, you're really drugged out? Okay.
Feds with me.
I thought you were all CM Punk straight edge and shit, but apparently not.
Well, I'm drugged out on my prescriptions.
Okay.
My blood pressure medicine, absolutely.
It counts for something.
No, here's the thing for me. Will I watch it and get a laugh out of it? Yes. But I think drugs are funny when they're not the joke. And the drugs are the joke. So I'll give it the thing that's probably best about it is this is one of those, hey, look, guys, I'm grown type movies. Because we done seen the boy Gaten as a kid for 12 years.
Well,
But
and
here's
it
something
looks-
important, though. Hold on, Tony. Important aspect. I think it's this movie. I'm trying to keep my trailer straight. Daniel Radcliffe is the butterfly, right? Is this
There
the
you go.
one where I mean, come on, Harry Potter's the butterfly? Fuck. Can't beat
The
that.
coolest thing to me about this looks like the entire movie is them taking this and then trying to get the pizza downstairs. That's it. That's all they're trying to
Yes,
do. That's
literally.
the entire premise, and I
Yes.
think that's unbelievably fucking hilarious.
By the way, so I am straight edge. I've never done drugs, but a good friend of mine, the greatest drug story I've ever been told, literally is what happened in this movie. The part where the dude eats them. My boy took shrooms for the first time. By the way, drugs are bad, kids. And The trash can grew to 20 feet and ate him, and he sat like this for 10 hours. What? Because he couldn't get out of the trash can, waiting for
On
someone to
shrooms?
save him. On shrooms.
Wow.
So yeah, so I saw that, and it took me back to the story when he told me that.
That's right, kids. Drugs are bad.
Okay.
Unless you think me and PC Tunney are normal people, and in that case they're good. You know, it's just a matter of perspective, right, Tunney?
Okay.
This one looks good. I mean, neither of these are ones that I'm going to run right out and watch day one, that sort of thing. But they both have some charm and some humor, and they're both funny in their own ways. So I think I gravitate toward Pizza Movie a little bit more because I don't know. I'm analogizing these trailers to I analogized the first one to Blockers. This one, it kind of has a half baked sort of feel to it, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't maybe a little bit.
With pills.
That's a titty.
Where's the guy on the couch? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Should
You're
we go
cool.
What do you think? Should we use Wesley Pipes or Billy Bong Thornton today? Actually, that movie has I've never laughed harder at a line in the movie. And Harlan Williams is looking at the police horse, and before the cop gets there, he looks at the horse and he goes, "You hungry, girl?" And a big black lady walks by and turns around and looks at Harlan Williams and goes, "Fuck you," word I can't say, and I just lost my fucking mind. It was hilarious. That movie
You said words you can't say. What was the word?
begins with N.
Yeah.
Night.
Yes.
Close.
Exactly.
You got the second letter right and the third
There
one.
you go. I actually got the first three letters right.
That's what I said.
So you said you're not gonna give me a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the biggest question the most important question that ever came out of Half Baked. You ever suck dick for coke? I mean,
Jesus,
that's where
Boo this man.
marijuana. Marijuana is a gateway drug. Oh, so good. I pity people who have not seen that. The next trailer is very interesting one. Life, Larry, and the Pursuit of Unhappiness. And in this trailer, you get to see the iconic scene from the end of World War II, where the nurse is being kissed by the serviceman, right? I think it's one of the military guys home, probably from Europe. And it's one of the most iconic pictures in the history of history. And then you get to see that, and then there's this strange dude who decides he's going to come and plant one on the same girl. And it doesn't go over so well for him. She's going off on him, and there's some, she's saying things to him that does not sound like 1945 language. It sounds a little bit more modern. Another sailor shows up there. This poor bastard is about to get pummeled into the next dimension. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything World War II related. So, do you guys know the premise behind this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is more of a history of the world kind of thing done by Larry David on American history strictly.
Okay.
So you're going to see a lot of sketches like that. There's not really a story or anything. He's just going to pick classic moments in time. I am the Larry David guy. I am the Seinfeld guy. I've seen.
Dude,
I mean, we
hold on.
covered. We got to
People
start covering
people
Seinfeld
need to know
again
this.
on DWI.
People need to know this. Every gift that Tunney ever sends me is Larry David centric.
It's pretty close. 90% of my gifts are Larry David.
And they're great.
We've even covered like the first 4 seasons of Seinfeld on DWI, and we might get back to that someday. But I love the Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was phenomenal. If you've never seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, you're missing out on something. There's something there for literally everybody in that show. I am super skeptical of this. I said all of that to make you turn your head and say, "Well, what?" I don't know. I'm not a fan of
Satire?
no, what's the English one? Not Mel Brooks, but the other thing.
Monty Python, not Monty.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Monty Python stuff.
Okay.
I think it's good. I like people that like it, so I'm going to check this out because of Larry David. I don't know how much I'm going to love it, but yeah.
Larry David, one of the best, most smart, most clever comedy actors, writers, minds in the business, maybe ever. Like you said, I'll follow anything he does. Stuff like this. By the way, if you ever seen anything like Drunk History or stuff like that, this is kind of in that same vein. Retelling history through comedy. which I think is genius because how many of our youth don't know their history, don't know anything about it, don't care about it. This is a cool way to maybe get people involved to kind of learn these things, right? Most, but as far as the trailer, every now and then I see things that make me immediately angry. They make me immediately angry because I am pissed I didn't think of it first. How genius is it to use that moment, right? When one of the most iconic pictures and moments ever, we find out the war's over, I kiss the first girl I see, and then some creep comes behind and was like, hey, let me get one too, baby. That is genius writing. And I'm so mad I didn't think of it. So yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm really glad you guys kind of explained that because I wasn't sure. Okay, is this like an alternate history sort of thing going on? And it is, but it isn't. It's an alternate, messed up, funny history of American. It makes you wonder what other kind of iconic moments they're going from American history that they're going to throw down.
There's
Things
so
that
many.
there are so many. I'm just trying to think like stuff that I mean, captured in photography that you can easily transition to something like this.
It doesn't even have to be pictures. Like there, this is a fucked up moment, good moment, great moment. But you know how much hilarity they could be with the Berlin Wall speech, like stuff like that. Like that could
That
really.
speech is already funny because he called himself a fucking donut. Ich
There you
ein
go.
Berliner. I
You
am a
see,
donut. And they went crazy because people love donuts
you see what I'm
Dude,
everywhere.
I
saying?
I could see
Genius.
them. I could see them doing something crazy with like Washington crossing the Delaware or some shit like
Yeah.
that, the Revolutionary War, or
It's so many things
just
they could use.
turd things. I mean, fuck.
You can do moon
The,
landing. You can
the
do
moon
stuff like
landing.
that.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah. So I like the concept. That'll be fun. I Yeah, but I mean, if Tony's skeptical about it and a little bit concerned, then that raises some red flags to me. But it sounds like the concept is fun, and it sure sounds like all right. This might be fun to check out. We'll see what happens. Next trailer we got is one called Man on Fire. Now this stars Yaya from Wonder Man. I can't even pronounce his whole name.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Abdul
Abdul
Mateen.
Mateen.
yeah,
I
and
believe he's the second, if that matters to him. But yes.
um, yeah, this trailer was very interesting. Ray, let me go to you first on this one, man.
Yes.
What do you think of Man on Fire? This one has potential.
This was the other trailer I pushed to put in it, and for two reasons. Number one, yeah, yeah, I think we all love the dude. I think we've all
Yeah.
come to the point of realize that he's not a guy you think of, and he's not your Leos, your Michael B. Jordans, your uh, Javier
Chalamet.
Bardem's, Chalamet's, like the top guys you think of. But
Chalamet.
he
Say
has
it, honey. Chalamet.
I mean, I prefer Shalom B or Shalom C, but everybody else seems to like Chalamet.
oh wow.
You're
But
welcome, folks that tuned in.
he's one of those guys though that has the resume of all those dudes, and every time he does something, it is excellent. You don't believe me? If you didn't like Aquaman, the part of it you liked was him as Black Manta. Like he's great.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And number two, we are a Denzel lover podcast here, I believe. We all have a level of affinity for Denzel's filmography.
Yes,
One
sir.
of his most iconic roles was Man on Fire. So to see that movie get turned into a show, I think is interesting. And I want to see how they play it because a lot of movies that have been turned into series haven't worked or did work and then somebody lost their mind and got the show canceled. I'm looking at you, Merton Riggs. Like you never know. That show
I
was really good until my boy lost his mind. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might have to check this out. Yeah, is really I've been a big fan of his, and he does great work. I think it'd be really cool if this did well and sustained itself and had a couple of seasons, and at some point maybe you get a cameo from Denzel Washington.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying.
so
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see how it is. It's something that I'm definitely going to check out.
Who's the female lead? I couldn't place her. It sounded like Gal Gadot's voice, but it's not her because I saw her and it's like, well, that's not Gal, but uh, kind of sounds like Gal. I'm not sure who it was, but no, like you're saying, Ray. I'm a big Denzel fan as well, and this is not a remake, is it, Ray? It's or a reboot, or is it just what would you classify this?
It's actually looking it up. It says it's based on the 1980s novel.
Okay.
So it might not even be related to the movie, even though the movie was based off the novel too. We'll see.
Huh. So
Um, oh, that's the movie. I asked for the
Well,
Man on Fire TV series cast, and they gave me the movie.
well, that
Billy Billette plays Paul Rayburn,
Alice
and
Braga.
Alice, yeah, she's the other person. That's got to be who you're talking about.
okay.
Bobby Cannavale's in this thing, and that boy's in everything. So shout out to Bobby Cannavale.
7 episodes in the first season. They're gonna all drop April 30th.
April 30th. What is this on Netflix
Netflix.
or okay?
Netflix.
Yeah, it looks like this one looks like a really good one. So I mean, yeah. Ever since, I mean, I watched Wonder Man. You guys were the ones who were really influential. Well, Patrick as well, getting me to watch Wonder Man, and what a tremendous show that was. So, Yaya knocked it out of the park on that one. I'm sure this will be just as good. We got the final trailer for Super Mario Galaxy that is coming out very soon, and I mean, all I could say about the final trailer is like, yeah, it's Super Mario. I mean, that's about the best thing you could say. It's like it checks all the Super Mario boxes. You know, I mean, we didn't. This is the one where we got to see the introduction to Yoshi a few a few months ago, right? But you know, I mean, the first. Here's the one thing I know for sure about this movie is it's going to make a shit ton of money, because the first one made a shit ton of money, and this one has everything that the first movie had, and then some extra stuff as well thrown in. It's just, you know, it looks like one of these situations. It's Super Mario. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be more elaborate. This is the one that's going to make me go and watch the original one, because I never saw the first one, although I heard nothing but really good things about it. All of us are
fantastic.
Super Mario. All of us are
Five-
Super Mario fans.
575 million domestic, 785 million international, 1.36 billion dollars worldwide. There will be at least 2 more Mario movies after
But
this one. Likely
have-
3, 4, 5. They could do this forever.
They have so many things they can go
Well,
and
and
do.
they have a lot of things that they did in the first one that they could expand upon and make it its own movie as well. Like you could do a Mario Kart movie, even though you had it in there, right? You got Paper Mario, you got everything. I think watching this
Luigi's
trailer though,
Mansion.
yeah,
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion. You could put that
Wario,
out
you could
on
throw
for
Wario
Halloween.
out there.
Oh my
Wario
You-
has not shown up yet. He's
Yep.
got to be 3.
This made me want to go and play Super Mario World for Super Nintendo again. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite
It does,
Mario
doesn't
Brothers
it?
games ever.
It
I've
does.
probably played that one the most. I would say Mario 3 might be I would quote the best, but Mario World is my favorite.
I agree with that.
I mean, you know, you figure you're going to get Yoshi involved at some point. I mean, this is like, it's
Well, this
such
is the Yoshi movie.
Yeah, it is. But here's the thing: is with Super Mario, and I understand the idea about putting out movies. You know, you go from Super Mario to Super Mario Galaxy and that sort of thing. But this would seem tailor made to be like a series. You know, like an Arcane or Vox Machina. Or
Not when you're
something like
making
that
$1 billion at the box office, Dave.
Well,
You can't make $1 billion with a series, and this is going to make
Hey,
at
Tony,
least 900 million.
to quote A League of Their Own, can't we do both? I mean, come on, man.
Well,
We
okay,
can do
so
both.
Sonic did the Sonic movies, and then Knuckles, shout out to Idris Elba.
Hold
had
on,
his own
hold on,
little
hold on. You
sub
mentioned
thing.
Sonic, the greatest number 13 seed in the history of Battle Royale Madness.
Mute that man. He's the
University
host.
of Maryland, Baltimore County, right there.
Then you picked the shitty school too. God damn it.
Well, they had a big run one year.
They did, but I
Sorta.
mean, I'm a Ravens fan. We don't fuck with UNB.
Well, who was Sister Jean? What school was that? Loyola Marymount.
Loyola
Loyola
Marymount.
Um, 2 things. Number 1, I'm very glad that we finally got a chance to see Bowser Jr. and why he's a threat in this movie.
Yeah, good
That was
call.
important for me because a movie like this I'm gonna enjoy it anyway because of the nostalgia. But like, no movie's good without the antagonist, and now we know the antagonist is real. Second part. Oh, by the way, Dave, Jack Black is a revelation in the first one, so
He's
you know
Bowser,
he'll be
right?
great. Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Second thing, Yoshi's clearly important because he was the tease at the end of the first one, right? So he's in this one. Donald Glover's playing Yoshi. Ain't no way Donald Glover gonna play a character if he's not important.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep.
But yes, Wario's number 3. Got to be. By the way, all the other little characters that come up and that you only really know from Mario Kart, unless you're a big Mario guy, like Rosalina and what's the fucking other one of the other princesses and shit. They in this bitch too. Like they just said, fuck it, put all the lore in.
Like I think, Dave, if you think that they would, if they were going to do branch a series off of this franchise that they're doing right now, it would be on smaller characters. I think they would leave Mario to
Toad.
make the $1 billion
Like
at the
Toad.
box office.
Give
Right.
Toad, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you just
he can
pick a
Michael
more
Keys
intricate
Toad.
thing on a part of the Mario.
Yoshi
Right.
would be a good one to spin off.
Yeah,
into
you
a
could go to
series.
Yoshi's Island. Could be it. You could have all the different Yoshis and everything,
There's
different
so
colors.
Or
many,
Luigi,
dog.
give him his own
Or
time in the
we
sun.
we buried the fucking lead. Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen was great as Donkey Kong.
Well, and there's so many things that you look at the whole Nintendo universe, which is shockingly deep. And we've talked about this before, but some of it, like Legend of Zelda, we know that there's a movie coming out. We know that
Yep,
lends
that's
itself
gonna make
really
a ton
well.
of money.
That's going to make a ton of money. You look at one of the other characters who did well in Battle Royale Madness, Samus Aran from Metroid Prime.
Yep.
You look at that and say that could be a cool movie as well.
I
So,
think
at
that
that
would be
point-
more of a series, don't you think?
But yeah, I mean,
That
that's
makes more
the thing.
sense
You
for
could,
series, like Halo
you-
was, yeah.
yeah. I mean, you don't want to copy Halo. Well, season 2.
Season
you can
1.
copy. I love both seasons, but I know I was in the minority about that. But a Mega Man series, Tony. I know you're a big Mega Man fan. That could be fun.
Even though we
Love
didn't
Mega
vote
Man.
for him. Ha!
What-
At the end of all of this, if the goal isn't a Super Smash Brothers movie, then we're doing it wrong.
Well, yeah, that could be fun. I still think the best video game out there that lends itself to a series that needs to be done is fucking Metal Gear Solid. Give me Solid Snake for like 3 seasons, man, and just
that would be a series, yes.
Well,
And I
dude,
would watch
if
every
you've
minute of it.
played Metal Gear Solid, what was it, 4? Some of the fucking cutscenes were an hour in that bitch. I mean, that's a damn movie on its own, and they were
think
some of
of
the best parts of the game.
A couple Nintendo games I would say that could easily, and I think they actually did a Castlevania animated movie,
They did.
but like a
That'd
live
be
action
cool.
Castlevania
They
would
did
be
a
good,
series, too.
and then a
Yeah.
live action Contra.
How about
God.
Star Fox?
As long as you can get the fucking cheat code in there.
How about a
That's the
Star
only thing I
Fox
ask about a
show?
Contra. Star Fox would be cool. Yeah, Kirby could be fun. They could have some fun with a Kirby.
But by the way, Dave, I blame the Injustice games for the cutscenes, because Injustice games were the first games I noticed that the entire fucking cutscenes are a 2.5-hour movie.
Actually, when you loop them all together, they are. But I think Metal Gear Solid 4 was the first one I really saw with like.
That was
good
before
God,
Injustice.
Yes, probably about a decade before Injustice. But
It was that long ago.
yeah, it was. I remember playing that in when my kids were like 2004, 2005, somewhere there.
Oh, damn.
You can look up
That
Metal
was
Gear
amazing.
Solid 4 as to when it came out, but it was a long time ago. But that was the first one that I can remember. But yeah, I mean, Super Mario Galaxy, we know it's going to make a ton of money, and that's an understatement. But that's it, man. That's all the movies in the trailer park, or is it? I told you guys I had a surprise for you. I had a surprise for you, and I know that this may have gotten overlooked because I posted it in a text, and it wasn't in the brand new and spanking Bandwagon Nerds chat that I'm exiled from. But you guys knew when this trailer came out this week that I had to talk about it, right? And not only are we going to talk about it, we're going to watch the damn thing right here, so that in case I dropped a surprise on you, and as soon as when Pat bowed out today, I said, you know what? We got to throw this bitch in here. So, I'm going to share this thing. We're going to watch this together, and then I will get your
Gotta be
guys.
something about aliens.
No, come on. Why would I do something like that, Tony?
It's the
Would
news
I-
disclosure.
he
This is a
should-
news disclosure
He showed a
trailer.
preview for AEW Revolution tonight.
All right, if that's what it is, I'm gonna hang up.
Bye, Teddy.
Good God, that would be terrible. All right. Let me turn on the audio. Here we go.
What did you steal?
Secrets. The data they paid me to protect.
Are they people? morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today. Let's. Today is. Today's.
Do you understand what she's saying?
I hear it. It's gibberish. I can't understand it.
And I can.
What's happening to me?
People are starved for the truth. I'm a part of it now. I'm just sorry they made you a part of it too.
Hello, Jane. Please. Have a seat.
This 79-year terror campaign of lies has to end.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
That truth will upend all established order across the entire world. If you do this, there's no undoing it.
Why would they do this?
When the time is right, everything will become clear.
Whatever happens,
Don't you let go.
There you go. The official trailer for Disclosure Day. We've had some teasers up till now. Dude, in my X aisle, I guess you can call it. I can still get in and look at my feed and all that sort of stuff. So I can still see news stories. I don't think anybody knew that this thing was coming until it dropped this week. Steven Spielberg talked at South by Southwest a couple days ago about the trailer and was basically like, look, I don't know anything more than any of the rest of you do, which I think is a little suspect. But basically saying that, it's a movie about aliens here on Earth already and that sort of thing. And he wrote a movie about it, and here you go. So obviously, Tunney knows what I do on Unidentified History. This trailer has that community all abuzz for a lot of good reasons. But Tony, let me go to you first on this one. What'd you think of it? There's a lot of shit going on. I mean, a lot of stuff going on in this trailer.
No, this looks really good. It's definitely something I'm going to watch. We're sitting here, recording the afternoon of the Academy Awards. The Oscars are tonight, and I firmly believe that this movie and was that Blake Lively?
No,
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
My bad. Man, pretty convincing in the trailer. Possible nomination candidate as well. So, strictly from a movie perspective, those are my thoughts. Looks great. I think it's going to be around during awards season next year. Now, as far as a bigger impact, like Dave says, Spielberg says, "Hey, I'm just making a movie." But here's the thing, right? Like, if the government continues to tease disclosure and things of that nature, and certain people say things and then it gets backhanded down in certain other arenas, you want to have the public be able to consume something like this first, maybe. Art imitating life and vice versa is a real easy way for people to wrap their head around things. So we'll see how good this movie is, and we'll see what kind of reaction people have to it, and how real life adjusts to it as well, possibly.
Yeah, I think the big thing is there's definitely something going on. Exactly what it is, I'm not sure what the end game is. With Trump ordering the release and declassification of UFO records combined, all this stuff is going to time. Yeah, I don't. That's a whole nother story. But it is interesting how it's all coinciding around the same time that by the time they get the records out there,
Now listen. You can easily go the other way with it too, and say, hey, well, this has been in the news forever. It's been getting hotter and hotter. Why wouldn't you make a movie about it, right?
Well, some of the stuff in here, like the footage from Roswell, granted, that's not archival footage or anything like that, but you see this whole thing where it's like there's a fucking craft that's down in this hangar that they've erected this whole thing around. There's hybrid technology. There's holographic technology shown in this thing. There's people with latent abilities who are kind of like the guy saying, can you understand what she's saying? I hear all this gibberish. I can. Which is interesting. It's like, okay, well, what exactly is that? Is this a hybridization program that's going on? But go ahead, Ray. What do you think of this one? I know you hadn't seen it yet.
Well, I saw it, yeah, but it was good to watch it again. Couple of things. First and foremost, let's deal with the funny before we deal with the series. The funniest part about this whole trailer to me that made me laugh the first time I saw it was this shit was happening in Kansas City. And then they go to all the people on their phones watching it. Nobody gives a fuck what's happening in Kansas City. Dog.
True, but we don't. I mean, it could be out of context, so we don't know what they're reacting to. It could.
No, it went viral and it's all over. I get that.
Right,
I'm just laughing at the fact that Kansas City's a hub.
Good morning, Kansas City's a hub of the world. It's like,
Kansas City. Here I go.
No, Tony had made a great point, but I do want to point out. Movies like this, especially big budget, big scale movies like this was probably filmed 2 years ago. And about a full year for all the CGI and all the cinematography and all that. So I'm not so much a believer in the not coincidental timing of it. I think it is coincidental. But it does not change the fact that if there is going to be a countrywide, governmental-wide acknowledgement of things that people have believed or questioned for a long time, that movies like this are a good precursor to see how the world would handle it. Yeah. When the whole Orson Welles thing, when he did the War of the Worlds over the radio and people lost their minds, that was a great precursor to say, world's not ready.
It was, but I think I've talked about it with you guys, or on one of the shows we talked about how they overblew the shit out of that thing. The reaction to that was really localized and isolated, but they played it up like, oh, humanity, and that urban legend has persisted to this day, when it was really like, and there was a lot of people think they did that just to kind of like stifle the rise of radio as a form of entertainment and a form of medium. But no, I think, like you're saying, Ray, and Tony, to a certain extent, you're saying it as well, that, could this be a form of soft disclosure to precondition people more than they've already been preconditioned in the last 50 years? Could be. That could be something that's going on. I don't know. But
I don't think it's purposeful, though. I think Spielberg had a story he wanted to tell based on the interest he had. I don't think the government said, hey, Steve.
No, but I think what we're saying is at the same time, Steven Spielberg, along with the public interest, has grown exponentially year after year over the last 5 years, especially.
100%.
It's just over the past few weeks, ever since Obama and Trump did that whole thing.
Right, but to Ray's point, he's saying this movie's concept was probably shot into motion like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the title is something new, where they said, hey, let's pivot towards Disclosure Day.
The titles don't never need to be official until they start.
Right, because no one really knew what the title was going to be until the first trailer came out. But it's
like the movie Speed, they were going to call it the Bus Movie.
And all the Avengers movies all the Avengers movies have had different names until you saw the first commercial. So yeah.
That would have been.
I would have been to go see the Bus Movie in 1993 when I was 5.
Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Anthony Hopkins.
The
Bus Movie.
Hello, can I get 2 tickets to the Bus Movie, please?
Pop quiz, bus boy.
Yes, that would have been good. That would have been awesome. Who was the bad guy in that one? It wasn't Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, he was.
No.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins was the.
It was.
No. Dennis. No, it's
Terminator.
Fuck. No, it's not. It's Dennis. What's his name?
No, it
Dennis
was the
Hopper.
Terminator.
Dennis
Yes,
Hopper.
Yeah,
Dennis Hopper.
Wasn't Terminator in it though? Not
Maybe the
not.
second one.
Yeah, he's the second one. What's his name?
That's
Patrick-
the boat movie. That's the
Patrick
cruise
something.
ship movie.
The Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper, not Anthony Hopper.
Fucking Peacemaker's dad. How do we
Yeah.
forget that?
Well, I know
that-
him, yeah, from other things, but yeah, he's Peacemaker's dad. Yeah,
Racist son of a bitch. All right.
played that a little too well.
He did.
Just saying.
All right. I appreciate you guys indulging me with that little surprise I had for you. I thought that might be fun. We are going to head into our first commercial break. For those of you watching at home, watching along with the live stuff, you're not going to know anything that happened. For those of you listening on Monday morning, you're going to get a commercial right now. And Tony's about to tell you all about where you can get your hands on some of that cool, sweet chair shot merch. Right, Tony?
Oh, yeah. Head on over to prowrestlingtees.com/thechairshot. Check it out. Tons of great designs. Makes a great gift any time of year for the wrestling fan in your life or the nerd in your life as well. We got the Bandwagon Nerd shirt. We also have another shirt, Nefarious Means. You might want to keep those two words in mind as we move into the future. But for right now, this is Bandwagon Nerds with Dave Ungar, Ray Cash, and PC Tunney. We'll be right back.
We are back. I love all that
Long
foreshadowing, Sonny. That was
Long
break. I mean, 2 seconds, 2 fucking seconds, too long.
That was for
But
the radio people.
That's right. I do like all the foreshadowing about Nefarious Means and things that Raymond S. Cashington is hard at work. You guys don't even know the stuff that Ray does behind the scenes. I mean,
maybe if people stick around for the entirety of this show, maybe we'll play a little something to end this show.
Ooh, that would be kind of fun. If
Hey,
Ray's
Tony's
ready to
boss.
disclose it to the world,
Tony's
let's
the
go.
boss. If he says play it, I'm gonna play it. Tony's the boss.
Ray just was waiting for any chance to play it. I
He's just
think.
waiting for
I've got
the
too many other
opportunity.
things to show. So
I
don't
want
really-
people.
either way it goes.
I really want people to see this, so we'll show them at the end of the show.
Yeah, it's a
And if you're
really
listening-
cool video that Ray made.
Yeah, and if you're listening Monday morning, go over to attitudeofaggression.com and just pull up the feed from the live show and skip to the end, and you'll get to see it.
Or go to
Or
Or maybe we'll
Or-
put it up on Bandwagon Nerds tonight or something.
Or-
Bandwagon Nerds site.
Follow at Nefarious Pod.
There you go. It'll be up
Is
there.
that a thing now?
It is.
As of today, yes.
Nice.
If you can't tell us new podcasts we're doing,
Is that on X? Because I can't follow you on.
No, it's on. They mama named them Twitter. I'm gonna call them Twitter.
You know, Ray, we're not going to get into that. I've warned you about calling it Twitter, and you just won't listen to me. So anyway, let's move on to some news around the nerdosphere and see what's happening in the world of nerdiness right now. One of the bigger lawsuits that's been going on for quite a while actually is the Live Nation lawsuit, the United States Department of Justice going after Live Nation in an antitrust suit, and we got sort of a resolution of some of that. And no, I don't want to allow ads. Good God, it's yeah, okay.
You didn't have to tell them. You could have just kept going.
Really? I mean, come on. All right, this article's not even pulling up. It's so embedded with this shit. Anyway, fuck it. I'll go on my phone. Anyway, so what we've got here is we've got the resolution sort of this lawsuit between the Department of Justice and Live Nation. However, I don't think, if I remember correctly, they did not disclose all the terms of this settlement. I'm kind of looking at it here. And 10 states have jumped in, but there's at least 27 other states that are going to continue with their individual legal actions against the company. So, yeah, you settled some of this stuff, but you didn't settle all of it. You know, you moved the headstones, but you left the bodies, didn't you? It's like that scene from Poltergeist. What do you guys think of this whole thing?
Go ahead, Ray.
Antitrust is always a weird thing that you have to kind of prove. But Live Nation has quite frankly created a legitimate monopoly on the business. And in turn, they force you to not only use their product, but they get paid off of the ability to gouge their own product. Like those of you who have bought tickets in the past 10 years before Live Nation bought Ticketmaster and took over Ticketmaster, that the ticketing prices were a lot better, but until now. And yes, inflation's part of that, but a lot of it is that they just basically took over the whole market and said if you want to buy actual tickets like when they first come out and not resale tickets, you got to come through us and we're going to give you a 30% markup. And it's ridiculous how much you got to pay for a simple ticket now. And that's not all on the venues or the companies. A lot of that is the buyer, the mediator. So yes, and I believe I think I'm a part of this. I think you get those emails from
Are you
companies
part of the
that you work
class?
with. Yeah, I think
Part
so.
of
I
the
think I might
class,
be part
Ray?
of the class action. Yeah. So hey, give me my
God,
$20, bitch.
I should be part of the class. As much shit as I've gotten off of well, but I mean, you go through SeatGeek or some of the resellers and that sort of thing, and you really don't know who you're dealing with at that point. So, but there, contrary to my initial statement, there is Live Nation announced that it has created a $280 million settlement fund to address the individual states' damages claims. It corrected earlier reports by stressing there is no financial component to the settlement with the Department of Justice. This does not settle the claims of all the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. So there you go. 280 million. It's a pretty hefty, fund there.
That's a lot.
Also,
We break it up. We break it up apart from like
right.
150 million or whatever the number.
You might get $5, Ray. You might get $5
Well,
by
for
the time
for the
this is all
Facebook
done.
one, I got 30.
You got $30 for the Facebook lawsuit? Yeah. All right. Man. I tell you, when I'm done with X, you're gonna have a class action lawsuit over there as well.
No, you might sue them yourself, my boy. Get
all
of Elon's
get
money.
it all. That's right. Elon is gonna just say, "Here you go, Dave." In a statement Monday, New York Attorney General Letitia James said that 27 states, also including such heavily populated states as California, Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Carolina, Michigan, and Tennessee, will continue to pursue the case. Those are some big, heavy hitters involved. Especially, you get New York and California still coming after your ass. That's a problem.
One question for you, Dave, as we move to Tunney. These type of class action lawsuits, are they tried state by state, or can you try them federally?
Both. Okay. I don't think it's an exclusive situation because it's the DOJ certainly they instituted the antitrust action against Live Nation on a mere federal basis, which has got its own set of problems for Live Nation. But every attorney general in this separate states looked at, because the problem that Live Nation has is they're all doing business in all these various states, right? So if you know anything about constitutional aspects of things, they got this concept called the Commerce Clause, which basically says if you're doing business in any state, any of the states can grab jurisdiction on your ass. That's a very simplified version of it, but very simplified version. But it does create a situation where there is a state cause of action and a federal cause of action. Now, I don't think the states are going after them for antitrust because that's more of a federal thing. But they certainly could be going after them for unfair business practices, things like that, which is comparable to antitrust, but not quite the same thing. So, yeah, the fact that they resolved this stuff with the Department of Justice and the other states are like, that's great, we're going to keep coming after your ass, is not the end of the story. It's part of the end of the story, but not the total end of the story. Cody still hasn't won the title yet. That sort of story,
Don't get the fans riled up. Don't do it.
That's right. But anyway, any final thoughts on this one, guys? I mean, it's newsworthy because there's an element of it by Live Nation kind of doing $280 million with the Department of Justice. It does carry with it an appearance of guilt, no matter what they want to say to the contrary. It's like, well, if you guys didn't think you were doing anything wrong, you wouldn't be forking over $280 million. So it does kind of have that connotation that there might be a problem here. Live Nation got some splaining to do. Nothing? Okay, never mind. I tried to keep you guys entertained, man, but Lucy, you got some splaining to do. So, all right, let's see what else we got going on here today. Okay. Next news story. When I read this, I was like, you got to be shitting me. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the news saying that he might be bringing back some sequels. And these sequels that he's talking about, Tony, I'll go to you on this one. It's like, huh? So it's like he's talking Conan 3 in the works, a new Predator movie, Commando 2. Arnold's like, what is he, 80-something years old now? I'm not sure how he's going to do the physical stuff necessary for Conan 3. Dog. I mean, it's going to be a lot of
apparently.
Going to be a lot of CGI in that fucking movie. Now the Predator one, you might be able to get away with the Predator movie because we always like, what happened to Dutch? Except we kind of found out in that Predator Killer of All Killers. If you've watched the animated one, you kind of get an idea of what happened to Dutch at the end of that thing. But Commando, you said you'd kill me last, Matrix. I lied. So he's killing somebody else. Teddy, what do you think of this? Arnold talking about some sequels that would not seem to have any sort of semblance in reality or logic. But, if they could pull it off, I'm here for Conan 3. Fuck it. Why not?
I don't think Arnold's going to be starring in these. I think he may have a small part as an older
bubble.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Ray, what do you think?
Go ahead, Teddy. What you think? Like he's not? You think like he'll just be directing it or something like that, or what do you think he's doing?
I really don't know. These are just franchises that'll make money by making more movies. To be honest with you, so.
Well, yeah, we talked about that with Super Mario. Things that will make money. These will probably make money. Ray, go ahead. You're about to whisper something.
Waiter, excuse me. Can I get a your most fresh glass of no thank you, please?
So Ray's out on any Arnold Schwarzenegger sequels at this point. What other Arnold franchises could we bring back? Could we do Kindergarten Cop 2, Tony? What do you think?
Jingle All the Way 2.
Ask me where Dominic is. Ask me.
Where's Dominic?
It's okay. He's on the pony.
Get to the chopper. Fuck.
We're gonna spend a lot of time together, Cindy. Nights, weekends.
I have nothing else to do and no one else to do it with.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Oh God, man. As long as we don't get like Pumping Iron too, that would not be good to watch at this point in time. But yeah, I mean, Arnold is as iconic as he was. There's a time and a place. True Lies too. I guess that could be kind of fun, but nah.
Yeah, saw True Lies with my grandma and grandpa. Nothing like seeing Jamie Lee Curtis boobs with your grandma and grandpa sitting right next to you.
I said at the beginning of the show, I will say it again. Your grandparents were cool, Tony. They really were.
They were fucking awesome.
They helped shape the man that you are. I appreciate them for it. I appreciate your grandparents, man.
They would like to apologize to the entire globe from the grave.
I told you, Tony, my grandparents in Phoenix tried to take me to go see Eyes Wide Shut. And my mom shut that shit down immediately. From a whole last 2 states apart.
That's probably a good
You gotta go
thing,
see what?
Eyes Wide. Who? Wait, what? With Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman? Isn't there like sex in that? Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit of sex and masks and weird shit like that.
They were like, he'll be all right. I was like 8. Oh, good times.
Yeah, man. That's like when I was a kid, and I saw when I was like 8 or 10 or something like that. One night I saw Kiss in concert. The next night it was the Osmonds at the Kennedy Center, and people wonder why I'm so fucked up, right? I mean that's quite the mix.
I mean, I take the cake though, right? I was 5 when I saw Platoon in the
No, you win. You win.
You win. Yeah.
And to quote the show on this network, a winner is you.
That's right. A winner is you. Winner, chicken dinner. It is all you, buddy. Yeah. But I love your grandparents. Not as much as your uncle, Jack, but I love your grandparents too.
Shout out to all the grandparents out there, man. We love you.
Truth.
Shout out to all the Uncle Jacks out there who are poon slayers. I mean, there's only
we love the one of you who is that guy.
The greatest president of the WWF of all time. All right. Onward we roll here with more news stories. This is one that I gotta be honest wasn't exactly breaking my heart.
Same. Don't really care.
I'm not. Patrick's a bigger fan of this stuff than I am, but the rumors of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer revival, Hulu has put a stake through the heart of that bitch. It is no longer happening. But Sarah Michelle Gellar is not returning to Gellar, will not be returning to kill vampires with a new young Slayer. All right. Ray, you indicated that you weren't exactly like losing sleep about this one either. Buffy's more like is that your generation? It's more Tunney's generation.
It's a 90s thing. Yeah.
Okay.
90s thing.
Were you a Buffy fan or?
No, I watched it, but that was Warner Brothers, like WB level, Dawson's Creek, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, which by the way is coming back. Like those shows that.
Wait, Firefly's coming back?
As an animated show, yeah.
Like all the remaining characters did like an audition.
Yeah,
really? Like Nathan Fillion and all that?
Everybody.
Oh,
yeah, there's a whole thing on
awesome.
socials. You got to check it out.
Oh,
But
that's awesome.
Got to remember, those shows came out in my time, but I was a little young to really be into that. I was still watching Rugrats and Power Rangers. Like, I wasn't there yet.
Sure.
But I did watch some of Buffy. I'm bummed because Sarah Michelle Gellar's dope, and Freddie Prinze Jr. needs money because he wants to create a wrestling promotion. That's why they're acting again. But the one thing that would have been cool to see was her pass on the mantle and it be a new Vampire Slayer. That could have been cool. But does the world need it? We have enough reboots and reformations of shows. We don't need that.
This series came out, I was like a senior or junior in high school. So yeah, it was like, we're in
93?
the peak time of, adolescence where you're really longing for companionship, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was hot as hot could be. Number one crush for Satchel McFlippin's one of my best friends growing up, one of the Greenfield boys. But I don't know, I wasn't really a fan of it. I'm not really a vampire guy, but I remember it was pretty significant when we were in high school. So
What year did you graduate, Tony?
99.
Okay.
Yeah, like my niece and my wife loved the show, and like I know Kayleen was I used her government name. Damn it!
Who?
I needed Miss Attitude. That's right, Mrs. Attitude, as Ray dubbed her that one time.
I already got no smoke with it. Don't call it that anymore.
I know they love the show. I've tried to watch it. Some of it's okay, but it's one of those shows, and maybe it's just because I'm an old white guy, but it just never grabbed me. That sort of thing, like, like a compare and contrast. We're going to talk about Sinners at the end of the show. It is like night and day from, just the only thing they've got in common is vampires.
Sure.
That's about it. But yeah, I agree with you. It would be cool to see her do some stuff, and get some of the old cast together. Allison Hannigan, she was one of the ones in there as well. This one year at band camp, Ray, she, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna just leave that right here.
That's what you have vampire camp.
This 1 year at vampire camp, I stuck a stake in my. Okay, so let's move on to the next news story here that's going on, and see what we've got happening here. You know what? Just when you thought it was safe to like turn away from news involving Paramount, not so fast.
Boy gave us a whole sub rundown.
Yeah, we got a whole sub thing. Paramount. What is this thing? So
we don't even need to talk about the first one. We just laugh at it.
Yeah, Paramount Pictures and oh man, I gotta tell Pat, man, this variety stuff is not fun. It just keeps.
You got to be on your phone. You got to use your phone.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Go ahead, Ray. Did you read the article? Pitch it out there.
Well, so the first one is, which is, again, I don't think any of us have anything to add. Paramount says the G.I. Joe reboot that Max Landis was behind, and said no to. And to that, I say, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha.
Jesus, Ray.
Wow. Not a fan of Go Joe, huh?
No, it's not the G.I. Joe, it's Max Landis. Fuck that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm fine
I know.
With them. Want to do another joke? Oh, I don't care. But Max Landis, I don't begrudge anybody for trying to make a living. But if Kevin Spacey can't get out here and get acting jobs, and I don't think he should, Max Landis shouldn't be out here making acting movies. If you know what I mean.
Paramount passed on Landis's treatment for creative reasons, one source added. I wonder what kind of creative reasons those were. Tony, are you heartbroken by this this GI Joe thing not happening here?
Sergeant Slaughter follows me, so any interaction I get with him is enough Joe for me.
That's a really good point. Well, Sarge used to follow me. I guess behind the scenes he's still kind of following me, but I have no followers anymore.
No,
I barely.
You're not. I don't even follow you anymore. You don't even.
I
follow
know.
Me.
I know. I barely even have any friends right now. I mean, it's pathetic. So at least you guys still talk to me. I appreciate that.
We're more like acquaintances now.
Oh damn,
we're like acquaintances now. So you won't be playing that Queen song for me anytime soon. I see how you are, Teddy. I see how you are.
You'd have to get done with work at like 2:00 your time to come on TWI lately.
Really, you guys are going crazy with the early times. Okay, so we got this next story. Movie theaters rejoice. Universal extends theatrical window to 5 weekends in 2026, 7 weekends starting in 2027. This is kind of a very strange reversal of strategy here. That here we were thinking that the theatrical windows were all kind of like shrinking. And, the rush to get things to streaming was the more prevalent and greater sort of priority. And now Universal is going in the opposite direction. Tony, I'll go to you first. What do you think about this one? This is an interesting reversal of strategy because most of us thought the shorter windows were here to stay. Is this a way to kind of like prop up cinemas and try and get more money flowing into them and create that sort of desire in people to go back to the movie theaters, or what's going on here?
We've been having billion-dollar movies like year after year after year since the pandemic's been over. So the cinemas are fine. They're back. People are going to the movies. I think it's stupid to put a number on it. Why not let it be? I would have my minimum number for like, at the very least, you get 3 weekends. And then I would have qualifiers to go to the next weekends. Like, if you're not making money, why am I going to have you out there in weekends 5, 6, and 7? When after weekend 3 to 4 you had a 70% drop off? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, for bigger scale movies and things of that nature, I understand depending on how much you're spending on these movies, but to paint yourself into a corner like that, I think that's pretty bad business.
Tony's absolutely right. There is no perfect algorithm to this stuff. You kind of got to fill it out, and you have to play by ear according to the audience. So like the Odyssey is the picture that they have in the Variety article. If by some crazy stretch, and I doubt it'll happen, but if the Odyssey, nobody goes to go see it the first couple weekends, if it pulls a John Carter, then you can't go by what they're trying to say because then you're stuck for 7 weeks or however long it is. I want to pull that shit early, right? You never know. Or what if a movie that got like that only cost you $500,000 to release gets hot? And you need to make more money. Like, it's no algorithm, dog. Just play it by ear. I think, Tony, I'm fine with minimums. I think maximums is crazy.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you guys. This one kind of caught me by surprise as to what they're doing, and
shocker for Paramount, huh?
It really is. This seems like a yeah, what does Paramount do with the whole thing, the whole notion of, yeah, we're committed to the cinema experience, but that you get stuff like this and it starts to wonder like, well, what are they actually doing here? What is the strategy at this point? I don't know, but I thought that was an interesting reversal of course for Universal to take that sort of strategy on this thing. All right, so we've got more. There's more stuff going on with Paramount. Paramount Skydance buys out Tyler Perry's stake in BET and the streaming service to be phased out. Content merged with Paramount Plus. So, Ray, tell me what's going on here. Is Paramount
the black dude? That's cool.
No, because
it's cool. I'm sad.
I have to catch up on these news stories as we go here, which really is weird.
No, so I can break this down. I can break this down for you in a way that'll help people understand. So, I think we all have familiar with the guy named Bob Johnson, who Charlotte Bobcats. That was him. He made that team right back in the early 2000s. Bob Johnson created BET, and he sold it in the early 2000s to Viacom. It was a privately owned company, and he sold it to Viacom. Now, if you guys remember, there was a while where BET, VH1, MTV, they all kind of ran on their own, all owned by Viacom. And then towards the mid 2010s, there started to be a lot of synergy between the three. If the MTV Awards was on one, they were on all of them, right? If the Kids' Choice Awards was on one, it was on all of them, stuff like that. That started happening around the middle of the 2010s, and particularly a guy named Stephen Hill, who, if you watch MTV, I'm not MTV, BET, you know him, one of the most famous figures, and the light-skinned lady who was the president. I don't remember her name, but it was something Lee. They basically ran the network. They stepped down in early 2017, and that's when they made the deal with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry bought a big stake of it, and he brought Tyler Perry Studios to it. So all of his shows were on BET and BET Plus, their streaming service, right? Now, they did great ratings for BET relative to a channel of that size. And I'm just talking about like the sitcoms he had that, the half and, but like he had major level dramas that again are doing really good numbers for a channel of that network and a streaming service of that network. Well, one of the reasons Tyler Perry wanted to buy into BET was one, the only thing he has been able to take an endeavor in is ownership. He owns his own studio. He owns one of the biggest actual physical studios in the country. King of Plays, shown he makes hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in the movies. TV shows got good ratings, but he didn't own anything in the TV world. So the ownership of that was good. He was finally him getting into that world. On top of that, bringing black ownership back to the black channel. Right? Now again, it wasn't full ownership. It was a partnership, a piece, but it was a good piece. Mm-hmm. So to see Paramount buy it back and kill their streaming service is a bit of an interesting thing to kind of accept. Also, when you think about the fact that MTV is trash at this point, no videos, it was ridiculousness for a good portion of the past 20 years, and now they have a couple other shows. Ridiculousness is in real world, whatever.
Didn't they shut down completely? Because like the last video that they showed was the first video they ever showed, or what happened with
MTV, they had a actual sub-channel that ran nothing but videos. They closed that.
Okay.
Yes. But the main channel's still there. That's not going away no time soon.
Okay.
VH1 kind of became the show for reality TV and stuff of that nature, right? But BET, a lot of the shows they had were first run sitcoms, single cam, or like drama shows that Tyler Perry did. A lot of that stuff on there was Tyler Perry created, written, branded, something like that. What they gonna do now?
Do you know the first music video played on MTV? Who was it in the song?
Meatloaf, wasn't it?
It was the Buggles video killed the radio star.
That's it. Video killed the radio star.
And that was the last one that they played on the sub channel that you're talking about. The very last video they ever played was the very first video.
The funny thing is like, I know we're talking about the BET Plus thing and Tyler Perry, but you guys brought up, the MTV
It's all the same. They're all the same now, yeah.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I think MTV, funny enough, will more be remembered to making reality television mainstream in America. They were the first ones. They were the precursor to Survivor, et cetera, like The Real World, Road Rules, right? Those two things were happening, like, man, I remember being in grade school and watching those with my stepsister. We're like, this is fucking awesome. The first one in New York, then San Francisco with Puck, right? Things of that nature. And all these people went on to become different things. You talk about from Road Rules. Kat went on to have a Entertainment Tonight career. Miz, of course, too,
Miz,
right?
Yeah.
So that's it's funny, right? Music television is going to be remembered for bringing in reality TV into America.
Not just that. They created the genre, arguably, but two of the biggest three shows. So arguably, Real World is number one. Survivor is probably number two. Jersey Shore is number three. And
Yeah,
Jersey
Jersey
Shore
Shore's up there. You know,
reinvigorated the idea
I
of reality.
I
shows.
watched all of the original Jersey Shore series.
I watched all of so did I. On top of that, I don't watch it
Don't
anymore.
you didn't
But I
you don't have to you didn't have to out yourself here. You could have just
I
stopped.
don't give a fuck. I, come see me, Galena Park, Texas. What the fuck? I don't care. Uh, Still to this day on my DVR, I have Jersey Shore Family Vacation saved. I never watched it, but I just have it.
I watched it. It's okay.
Hey, I love the originals, dog. The originals were dope.
Hey, Ray, when we renegotiate your contract, you can have a TiVo clause in there, like Tropic Thunder, you know.
Shout out to TiVo, man. God.
Dan and I,
I've got Les Grossman on the phone. He wants to tell you why he's apparently wiped his ass with the TiVo clause in your contract.
Dan and I roomed together for like a year, for like 2 years, probably 20 plus years ago, and it was my introduction to the DVR because Dan had a TiVo box.
Well, I was about to say
Changed
and
our lives.
That tracks. I was about to say where I came from. You had TiVo. You had a little cash. So that tracks.
I've been lucky with that. I had the black box growing up, so I got to watch all the pay-per-views for free and stuff. So that's
We had cable. We didn't have TiVo.
It's like I had to be there.
So, I mean, what does this mean? Is Paramount going to still air stuff like that BET Plus was doing, or is it just going to be gone?
If they were smart, well, there's some shows on that they can't move over because some of the shows on BET Plus were raunchy as fuck. And so, like, I know the FCC has loosened up a lot on things that are on television now, especially primetime. I'm looking at UFX. They've really been a lot more lenient with that. But they would be stupid to not try to put them on the actual channel. The next question is, with Tyler being bought out, is he still going to give them the license to his shows? That's the conversation I'm curious to see. Because Tyler could just say, fuck it, I'm going to do my own thing. And you know what?
Yeah.
You telling me with his fan base, he put out a streaming service today and said $5 for everything I do? People wouldn't pay for that? People would pay for it.
I would think so. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
He's
obviously
a
a market
billionaire
for
now. He don't need the money. He's just Tyler Perry is the type of dude that 3 o'clock in the morning wakes up and then writes a whole fucking 2-season script for another show. That's him. He's just bored. He needs something to do. So
what do I want to do today? I'm gonna write a show. Yeah, that's
not just a show. 30 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesus, that's crazy stuff. I mean, it does raise an interesting question as to Paramount's strategy at this point and how that's evolving as we go along. That they keep buying up pieces to add to the puzzle of whatever Paramount Plus is going to evolve into, and you start to wonder, okay, how many of those pieces in those puzzles is going to come across at the end of the day?
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like Paramount is bolstering up their portfolio so that they can just sell the entire fucking thing.
Well, why would they do that?
Watch this. They will sell it to Netflix. Would that be some fucking shit?
But look how much more. But look at if they couldn't have made this acquisition, what could they have sold themselves for? Not a lot.
I mean, they've got. Sorry, Ray. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
In comparison to what they could get now, if they did, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Well, I think from the standpoint of that, their portfolio is certainly more appealing now than it was 6 months ago. You got UFC, and now you've got Warner Brothers. That immediately makes you much more valuable to the big ones that are out there, the Disneys, the Netflixes, Amazon to a little bit of a lesser extent, But I think you're onto something, Tunney. If they really were looking to sell and maximize their profitability, then now you've got something to sell. Whereas before it's like Star Trek's only going to get you so far, fellas. UFC will only get you so far as well.
If I am the president of, is it Ted Laurentiis or whoever it is that's over Netflix, and I get that call from Larry Ellison saying, "Hey, bud, interested in business?" I would smack him in the face.
Yeah, you want UFC and Warner Brothers? And I'd be like, well, let's see. You already paid us how many billion for walking away from this deal? Now you want us to give that back to you? Is that what you're telling? No, thank you, but no, we'll stick with WWE in that partnership. But strange days indeed. But that is going to bring us into our second commercial break, and when we come back, it's Elite Eight time, folks. Raymond S. Cashington takes over the duties at hand and will lead us through what will certainly be a very bloody and brutal Elite Eight in our Battle Royal Madness Tournament. You, of course, for those of you watching live, just hold on for a couple seconds. For the rest of you catching this out on Monday morning, you'll hear your second commercial break. But I want to remind you, you're listening to Bandwagon Nerds here on the Chairshot Radio Network, a part of thechairshot.com. We are back, and as promised, it is Raymond S. Cashington time, folks. He is going to lead us through the Elite Eight of Battle Royal Madness. Who's going to the Final Four? This is the regional finals, or bracket finals, if you want to be a jerk about it, like I just was. But that's beside the point. Ray, take over, my friend.
Thank you, my good lawyer. What's going on, everybody? It's your stealing from our captain. It's your good friend Ray Cash. We got some minutes to get to today. Big day. Today's a really big day. Before we get to what we're getting down to, I'd like to promote this nice little website I've set up that I'm going to put out today, where you, fair listener, can be involved in our voting. As you see. But that's not what y'all here for. Y'all here for the good stuff. So, gentlemen, you know what we're doing. You know where we at. Y'all ready for this? Elite Eight boys. We've
All ready
gone
for this.
from a full 64 to 8 people left. After today, next week, we gonna know who the champion is. As always, we start video games. This is where we started. 17 people. 2 left. Number 1, Kratos. Number 7, Scorpion. Guys, let's get to it. We started off selecting your characters. Got to the loading screen. Had the fight. And now you got to buy the console game, baby. Kratos versus Scorpion. By the way, that you want to read, if you want to read this, it's an actual synopsis of their fight. So Godfire or Hellfire, axe or spear, finish the fight. We're gonna start with our esteemed captain who's not here. I have his picks, and Patrick O'Dowd has gone with the number 1 seed, the god Kratos. Dave, it's on you, my boy.
Yeah, so this is this is pretty much like the ultimate grudge match, right? You got the Ghost of Sparta, the Spectre of Shira Ryu, however you pronounce that whole thing. Blades versus fire, blades and fire. Like I said, lots of blood. Thing is, Scorpion is, as we know, very strong, but Kratos is the much stronger of the two characters. I think Scorpion's only real chance on this is the whole teleportation Netherrealm banishment, because that would actually flip the battle into Scorpion's favor a little bit because of the environment and that sort of thing. But I think Kratos is just a little bit too strong for Scorpion at the end of the day. Scorpion's, he's extremely powerful, undead ninja. But again, we go back to what we talked about the last time. Kratos has that Spartan range. This is a guy who's annihilated gods on multiple occasions. And I just don't think that even if Scorpion is able to get him to come over here and teleports him into a nether realm of a dimension, I think Kratos is going to be like, oh, this is kind of cool, and that'll be the end of it. So I got the number 1 seed Kratos going to the Final Four as well.
Percival Charles.
I'm going with Scorpion. I don't care. I think the NetherRealm you can continually burn him. I mean, it could just be non-stop if he can get into that realm. I mean, I give Kratos his credit. He is one of the most dominant figures we have in this tournament, but I'm a man who loves an upset. I'm a man of Mortal Kombat, and Kratos, get over here because you're sitting on the bench. Scorpion, I got going to the Final Four.
So I'll say
Wow.
this: of every lower seed that could have made it and did made it, believe it or not, and like I told you guys, I made this image a long time, probably at the beginning of the tournament. I expected this to be the final, so I had a lot of faith in what Scorpion could do. I seeded him where I seeded him only because of power sets and power ranges and whatnot. But to your point, Tunney, Scorpion is almost the perfect fighter. He's already not dead. He has the ability to go into a different realm. He has Hellfire, and he is one of the greatest skilled hand-to-hand combatants that exists, right? But here's the thing: the reason he's beat these other people that he's beat, and the reason why I don't think he'll beat Kratos is just one reason: the Hellfire won't hurt Kratos. You know why? Because Kratos isn't human. Kratos is a god. So if Kratos was a dude, yeah, I'm right there with you. Kratos is a god. Kratos is a god who went up to Mount Olympus and killed all of the other gods at once. This is not just your regular dude. Scorpion will give him a fight, and I think he would respect the fight that Scorpion would give him. But my boy, we got our first guy going to the Final Four, 3-1. Kratos has won the video games bracket in Battle Royale Madness. Yeah, I don't have no music or nothing, but next week we'll have the stuff. But this week, it is what it is. Thank you, sir. Thank
Who
you.
needs a God of War? Where's the God of War theme music? That sort of thing, man. So, I mean,
Hey,
you
that
could
might be a good idea to play. Yeah.
Can't
Look,
you do this? You could do this fight on Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure that didn't they like have Kratos as a playable character on one of the Mortal
They added
Kombats?
so many dudes.
Yeah,
dog,
they
I
had
don't
that.
know, man.
If you
Me,
disagree
you
with
and Tony are on the game. They
if you
added
disagree
everybody,
with
bro.
our pick, if you think PC Tunney's right, then go beat Kratos' ass on Mortal Kombat.
Hey, but what you think of this video game
Cover.
cover though? What you
It's
think?
awesome.
It's amazing.
Appreciate that.
I love that.
Lot
I
of work
mean,
went
look,
into that.
look, you got the mature rating, which is beautiful. You got the old barcode, which is magnificent. I mean, this feels like one of the not old video games, but like 2000 on. Once they started doing things in the DVD sort of format, Blu-ray, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Hey man, a lot of
Which
work
I know
went
are
into
different. I know they're different formats. Tony was looking at me like, you old motherfucker. Get it right.
that.
No, I was looking at the sleeve.
Oh,
All right, guys, let's turn the page. Let's talk some comics. This is where we started. A lot of reds, a lot of red lines. This one went down to 1 versus 2. The Omni-Man versus the Homelander. Let's get to the cover of the Elite Eight.
That's awesome.
yes.
That's great.
Gentlemen, number 1, Omni-Man, number 2, Homelander. One could argue, almost one and the same. Both better versions of Superman.
All
So
right,
I'm gonna go
Ray.
to the-
Now you're pissing me off. God damn it. Fuck, man. Better versions of Superman. Superman would have whipped both their asses, but go on.
Superman would probably do Homelander because Homelander is emotional. Omni-Man would give him a fight. But you tell me.
All right. Well,
Not-
now we know who Ray picked here.
Well, okay, I picked Omni-Man clearly.
You gave that away
Sorry.
pretty easy
I
there.
did. Sorry, my bad. Dave, you're the Paragon fan, so who are you picking?
Omni-Man versus Homelander is a rout, and it's Omni-Man all day, every day. He just, look, I mean, Homelander is supremely powerful, but we're talking about Viltrumite biology and genetics and all that sort of stuff. Homelander is a product of Compound V. And you gave another thing away. Homelander's an emotional fucking wreck. And yes, Omni-Man has shown emotion in some places, but if you get that season 1 Omni-Man who took out an entire squad of superheroes, and a couple of them were probably Homelander level or close to that, and he took them all out and killed them all by himself. Oh man, I mean, I've been waiting for this battle for this whole tournament so Homelander would finally get his ass kicked, and this is where it happens. It's a sound defeat that Omni-Man lays on Homelander here. He's just, yeah. I said last week I thought Homelander's overrated. I reiterate that here. Omni-Man is just too much power. You know, I mean, maybe Homelander lasers his tits earlier in the match, but that's not going to do a whole lot as we go along. And Omni-Man's just going to too much. He can take all that stuff and just shove it right back down his throat. It's Omni-Man here for me as well.
One of my favorite research tools to use for this is Grok. Not just Grok inside of X, but I actually have the Grok app as well. And the cool
is there a
thing
Grok app? Because like I don't think my X situation will let me use Grok. So
why? What happened to you on X, Dave?
Nothing.
Oh. How much time you got?
I haven't heard.
Yeah. There's a YouTube video. For those of you wanting to know, there is a YouTube video about it. So
one of the cool things is they'll break down each person's skills first, and then they'll go to the battle. And I'm only saying this because the first 4 words that they use to start with the battle is a sentence, and it starts like this: "The gap is comical." Those are Grok's words.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, do you see why I mentioned that now?
My
I got
God.
Omni-Man. I can't wait for the boys, but I'm really more forward looking to the 4th season of Invincible.
Okay, so here's a
I would say Invincible beats them both, but you know,
I was going to ask you
last week.
No, we picked the right guy. Would Invincible or Spawn have a better fight than Homelander?
Would who?
Invincible would have a great fight because they're clones. But would Spawn have a better fight against Omni-Man?
Probably because of the nanites.
Yeah. And the power of hell, which creates a different sort of dimension when you can bring in something supernatural. Like, you know, like we loosely talked about Superman. One of Superman's interesting weaknesses is to magic, right? It's not built up a lot in the movies, obviously, but kryptonite, red sun radiation, and magic, which does create that sort of situation where you're dealing with forces and things outside the normal realm of physics, so to speak. And I think Spawn can do some of that sort of thing to Omni-Man. I still don't think it probably swings it completely, but it makes it interesting.
I think this speaks more to Omni-Man's power and less to Homelander. You know, Homelander would tank 50 to 55 combatants of the 64 in this field, in this tournament.
I would agree.
Right?
I would agree. And Dave, you said that Spawn has the power of hell. Homelander has the power of white supremacy. That's a form of hell.
I don't know that's necessarily true.
I don't know that's a superpower per se.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, if you ask.
How would Alan the Alien have done in this tournament?
Yeah, we would know after season 4.
Yeah, post-death fantastic, but before he got sliced up,
that's what we're saying. Yeah, we're gonna find out how powerful he is very shortly.
He might be more powerful than
he might.
Dude, you know, Adam Eve might have been a formidable person in this tournament as well.
We got more. So there were some mini madnesses I'm planning on doing throughout the year. Some of these people may make it.
Ray is seriously mad, folks. I mean, in the most beautiful way possible. It is a beautiful mind of Raymond S. Cashington, Esquire.
Ray is digging rabbit holes daily.
He is.
If you only knew.
I know.
We got to hop in the Millennium Falcon, and we got it.
That's a shine down song. If you only knew. Play that.
We hit the road, y'all. Battle Royale Madness. Star Wars bracket.
It had to.
Dog. Everybody got to go, but two are left. And I heard you, Tony, you're right. It had to be these two. So, father versus son. Let's see what we got.
awesome.
Excellent, Ray. Ooh, I like that. Lightspeed. Very well done, Raymond. That's awesome.
I worked really hard on that one because I told you AI will not let me make Star Wars pictures anymore. So I worked.
Oh, they don't?
No, they shut it down for whatever reason.
Really? Even for just
Yeah.
personal use?
Yeah, because so I have to be really, really clever about how I do it. Really clever
I
about
have
how I do it. But
I have an
image-wise,
addition
they
to
won't do
add.
Hey,
I have
Ray,
I have additional video to add.
it.
Nice.
That's good.
Shut that.
Good.
Tony's like, shut this down, bitch. Can't shut this down.
All right, yo. Tony hadn't gone first yet. I'll let you go first.
I think you know who I got, Ray. I think he's the most powerful person ever in the world of Star Wars. He is none other than the greatest Jedi of all time. His name is Luke Skywalker. He's
You do
already
kinda-
beaten his dad. He's already beaten his dad once. He gets even more powerful after that. So for picking their most powerful stages, it's not even close. This is probably the easiest battle of the the Elite Eight.
You do kind of, for some reason, seem to like the name Luke. So I don't know why.
Odd.
It is
So
strange.
I'm gonna go first, and then I'm gonna give Patrick's first, and then let Dave be last for this reason. Patrick also picked Luke Skywalker. I picked Darth Vader. I'm gonna tell you why I picked Darth Vader. Yes, in the movies, Luke
You didn't
beat
watch
Darth.
Return of the Jedi?
That means I'm about to get there. I'm about
Sorry,
to
I had
get
to.
there.
I had to.
In
Whoever
the
picked Darth
movie.
first, I had to lay that on him.
In the movies, Luke beat Darth. Luke beat Vader. Why did he beat Vader? Vader let him. Vader did not fight that man with all of his might. Vader wanted his son to take him out. Vader was sick of Uncle Dead Guy's shit. I finally started loving his. He realized it was his son and loved his son again. Had just told him, "I'm your daddy." So there wasn't no real fight. It's the same argument with Omni-Man and Invincible. Yeah, Invincible might be able to put that smoke to him. Omni-Man could have smoked him in 5 seconds the first time they fought. He let him make it. In this situation, in this scenario, Vader ain't got no more time for this bullshit. Vader got shit to do. Vader got to be somewhere at 2:00. So we need to go ahead and get this thing over with. So I have Darth Vader. So that's 2 for Luke, 1 for Vader. Are we going to the tiebreakers, Dave?
So, I think one of the big things about this matchup is, and to be honest with you, this is the only one all the matchups I kind of ran through like, now that Tony's told me I can get Grok without X, I can use that again. Thanks, Tony. But I was using ChatGPT and Gemini to kind of like double check my ideas. This is the one that I didn't need to do that for. But I do want to say this, that it really depends a lot on where in the timeline these guys meet up, right? Because
But that's not what we're doing. We're not
I know.
picking a timeline they were together. We're picking them
just
both at their most powerful.
Humor me, Tony.
No, I'm
not
just
true.
trying to
That's not
stick
true,
to
Tony.
what we're doing.
That's not true, Tony. It is your choice to pick when they are and what powers that they have.
Don't fuck this up, Dave.
I'll just say let's say, for instance, hypothetically, Vader meets up with Luke somewhere before he realizes that Luke is his son. Probably a different outcome at that matchup. At that
Not
point.
probably.
I think that's what Ray is saying. But to Tunney's point and to his credit, when you take the totality of the circumstances, using legal language there, when you take all that into consideration, we did see this in the movies.
Don't do it.
In the movies, it's 1-1 because Vader beats Luke that first battle that they have, cuts his hand off. Then Luke beats the holy shit out of his dad once he realizes that he's coming after his sister. But Tunney is right. After that, Luke gets immensely more powerful than Darth does. And I think, the only chance Vader really has is Luke's love for his father. But we kind of already have seen that whole thing play out. I do agree with Tunney that Luke is the most powerful Jedi that's ever lived.
Don't do it.
Sorry, Darth. Luke, you may have cut Luke's hand off. He cuts your head off from this tournament. Luke Skywalker.
Tiebreakers had
Final
Vader.
Four.
Tiebreakers had Vader
Really?
2-1.
I
Holy
need you to
shit.
know y'all fucked my graphics. Now I got to go make another Star Wars fucking graphic next week. 'Cause I
I've
thought
been
playing
trying to
was
tell
alright.
you the whole time we've been doing
Tony,
Bandwagon Nerds. Luke
who,
Skywalker. Who
who
picked Luke and who's the
yeah,
one person that picked Luke? DJ.
yeah.
Dan and
And
Aesop picked Vader.
And then Ace of have see this they should have been on the damn show. Should
So
answer
the
fucking phone.
people, the oldest people were correct, even though Dan's 17 days older than me.
But Dave admitted in the argument you're
You
wrong.
made Ray. These are your rules. So if Luke Skywalker wins.
You put these rules I never said on me. I never
Look,
said it had to
No,
be a
but,
certain
put it
but
this
you
way.
said, but it was 3-1. And
Hey,
if we go to
Tony,
tiebreakers, it's 4-3.
here we go.
So
If you look at
Skywalker
it this
wins.
way, if it's Darth Vader from A New Hope fighting Luke Skywalker, who's got a blinder on and is getting shot in the shoulder by a fucking probe, then Darth Vader wins.
Yeah, and then you can
Choice to
if
pick
it's
win.
Darth Vader about to die with one hand, or Anakin Skywalker about to fold into the lava, and Luke Skywalker from the last fucking movie, it's over in a second. Like, we could do that all day. So that's why I choose to pick their peaks.
I'm not a happy man.
Hey,
I
Ray,
am
we
not
love
a
you.
happy man. You've made me do more work because I could have literally said I don't got shit to do till Sunday, but now I got to do some work. Damn it. All right, well let's get to the best of the rest.
I was worried about that one.
Fucking bullshit. We at the movies, y'all. 1 versus 3. Goku versus Godzilla. This is where we were. This is where we've ended up.
Nice. That's awesome. This would be an epic crossover, by the way. I think
it
people
sure
would
would.
go to this movie.
I mean, they've got, we've seen a lot of Superman versus Godzilla over the last year in the comics. They've introduced that sort of stuff, which is an interesting matchup. That Godzilla usually wins up to a point, which I'm like,
I would
bullshit.
like to see more manga comic crossovers. That would be cool to see. I can't think of it on top of my head. With manga characters in regular American comics. That could be fun.
Could be.
Patrick picked Godzilla. Dave?
Okay, so this one is difficult from the standpoint of, and Tony, I'm trying to think about, your concept of peak versus peak. It doesn't necessarily work here because there's different versions of Godzilla. And some versions of Godzilla make this battle much more interesting than other ones. Like if it's just like straight up Godzilla, normal MonsterVerse Godzilla taking on Goku, no question, Goku wins almost every single time. Just too much power. There are versions of Godzilla that make this interesting, like versions of Godzilla Earth, who has a asymmetrically permeable shield, which is like a force field that would pretty much nullify and neutralize a lot of what Goku can do. There's a version of Godzilla in Hell, a mini series about Godzilla descending into hell. That's a version that would probably beat Goku. But again, when you look at just the straight up Goku MonsterVerse Godzilla versus this, the basic version of Goku. Yeah, I'm going with Goku on this thing. I think that world ending, that massive power that he's got, is going to be too much for Godzilla. And I mean, I've as this tournament has gone on, Ray, I've developed an immense respect for Goku. Yeah. And this is the highlight of that here, that I just think there are versions of Godzilla who probably could beat him because it would nullify some of his power set. But again, we don't know which one we're dealing with. And I'm going with, peak Godzilla versus peak Goku, like Tony's saying, without all the different variations and stuff like that. I think Goku's too much power, too strong, too much stuff that he can do to Godzilla that wins the day for him. So I'm going Goku on this one.
Goku is one of the best written and most important protagonists and heroes in written graphic novel history. It's just because it's manga, he doesn't get his just due as he would if he was made on DC or Marvel or Wildstorm or Image or Variant or one of those. So, by the way, this is a big moment. Other than when I picked Dracula at the beginning of the brackets, every single vote has been unanimously the same. This is the first time, the first time since the first round, and the second time overall, someone picked a different choice in this bracket. So that's big because this was the most chalk of chalk brackets ever made in the history of chalk. Tunny,
Are you not
what you
going to
thinking?
pick after all that?
I'm picking last.
Okay, sorry. It's Goku. He doesn't even need to use Ultra Instinct, even at Godzilla's peak. This is like a walk in the park. Like, dude, like, the problem is Goku's power is more than Godzilla. In addition, he operates at like faster than the speed of light. Like, he's just gonna move around. He'd probably knock his fucking head off his dinosaur body. So this is a walk. It's Goku.
I mean,
Here's
before you go, Ray, I mean,
yeah.
Tunney's right that Goku's power scales up at an exponential rate.
Put in
You
Ultra
combine-
Instinct, it's like, oh my
Yeah,
god, that's who's gonna
that
be
is
problem
that's
next
a
round
big
too. I
problem.
think if he
It
makes
takes a lot to get to Ultra Instinct, though, for the record.
Well,
It's
I
not
mean,
just I wake up in the morning. I gotta fight some dude. Ultra Instinct. No, he got to go about 3
wake up
Saiyan
in the
levels before he
morning
gets there.
and I Ultra Instinct on.
Okay, so here's the beauty of the way the tournament works, and I'm so proud of this right now. I'm so proud. I just laid out everything about this bracket. It has been the most chalk bracket we've ever had in 3 years of doing this. We have a tie. Two Godzillas and two Gokus. So Percival,
Wait. Why Godzilla? You don't get off that easy, Ray. I know it's your tournament, but I'm not going to let you off that easy. Why Godzilla? After Tunney and me made very compelling and accurate arguments. So why Godzilla?
I think two reasons. Number
He
one,
already has them for the graphic in the next round.
There you
Well,
go.
that's for sure.
I'm kidding.
no, that's true. That is true. No, two reasons. Number one, I think we're underestimating the level of power Godzilla has. I don't
Nope.
think we ever. Thank you, Tiny. I, God, I don't think we have accurately seen Godzilla be pushed to the level he needs to be pushed, that he would be pushed in this. And Godzilla wipes the floor with everybody he fights.
So don't get mad, but I'm saying you're basing this off of something you've never seen before.
You've never. I'm no. What I'm basing this off of is Godzilla wipes the floor with everybody he wipes the floor with, and you can tell he got a lot more in the tank.
All right.
The second thing is Goku has a tendency to be arrogant in his fights. Goku has a tendency to kind of play with his victims because he likes the fight a little too much. You can't fuck around with Godzilla and play with Godzilla because I don't know. And Goku has been defeated. He is not undefeated. I think that the atomic breath is something that that can hurt Goku in a way that not a lot of other things he's ever fought can. And so I just think with the arrogance of Goku, with the unfettered power, strength that Godzilla seems to have, and the fight got to go super. I'm talking Dragon Ball Z 3 seasons worth for Goku to get Ultra Instinct. If we're talking his Ultra Instinct when the fight starts, there's no chance, of course. But he's gonna be regular Goku, and then he got to go Super Saiyan. You got to go Saiyan first. Then you got to go Super Saiyan.
Godzilla
Then you got to go
can
Super
have
Saiyan Ultra.
Godzilla
Then you gotta
can
go
have
Super
top
Saiyan Ultra
powers to
Instinct.
start the fight, but Goku can't.
That's the way the characters are written. I didn't make that up. That's the way the characters are written.
No, it's what you're picking.
No, I'm picking God. No, but that's the way the character. the type of whatever human saying whatever the type of being that Goku is a regular humanoid as person who levels up in power based on how bad and how tough the fight is or how angry he gets. Godzilla wake up like that. That's the way the characters are written.
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
So that's my reasoning.
All right.
And you guys made me really think about Goku. I really did. But I just think ultimately Godzilla's number one seed overall this whole entire tournament.
Well, who
Godzilla
picked
has
that?
the most available power. What do you say?
Nothing. Keep going.
Just keep going, Ray. You're on a roll.
I'm
buddy.
being an ass.
He has the most available power to him, I think, of anybody in this tournament, especially starting off. So
Go ahead, Tony. Tell us how we got.
I
screwed
mean, if
over
you
here.
know me, I wouldn't even have said anything to raise argument there if Godzilla was going to lose. So obviously, there's one person pick Goku, two people pick Godzilla. Godzilla's through, and I'm okay with that. I just like having the conversation while we're having it because now we're not going to talk about that conversation anymore.
it's a
Would
fair
you guys,
question, though.
Would you guys like to guess who picked Goku out of Aesop, DJ, and Dan?
DJ did.
DJ
Dan.
did.
DJ picked Goku.
Yep.
Huh. I would have thought Dan was as big a video game
No.
nerd as he is. But
No, because Dan Dan and
Right.
Sop
Yeah.
appreciate.
Let's speak
what
for
Godzilla
Dan
does.
and Aesop and DJ right now.
They're not here. They can't speak for themselves. That's what
That's
happens
right.
when you don't show up to work.
Fucker should have been here if you don't like the shit we're saying about you. So.
All right, that's where we at, bro. So, Final Four. The Final Four is gonna be video games. Will be video games is gonna be Kratos. World Comics is gonna be Omni-Man. So
So
we'll have
Kratos-
Kratos
Is it
versus Omni-Man next
Omni-Man?
week. Yes.
Ooh.
And Luke Skywalker versus Godzilla.
Okay.
Tony, I'd love for you to get that ready. Get that argument ready next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Am I showing the video or are we done?
No, show it and let's get out of here.
That is a beautiful video of sand. Anakin's pissed. Is it because Darth Vader got eliminated? Is why you're showing sand right now?
Tatooine is coming. All right, guys. So this is the debut, the world premiere of the Nefarious Means intro video.
On a velvet couch of sharp-tongued schemes, they brew hard takes and crooked dreams. Every headline bends, every rumor prints, served nightly fresh on nefarious means. Catch it for free, nefarious means. Nefarious means. Nefarious means.
Leave it alone, Tony.
The grifter Chris Platt. I love
If
that.
you were a fan of-
I love how the fucking car got some drift on it there as it comes around when the cop right before the cop car show. There's some Tokyo drift shit there, Ray. That's awesome.
Bro.
It's not just drift, but the Tesla remote.
I'm a world class driver, bro. Come on now. Listen,
I
if you folks were a
saw
fan
that.
of Pot is War all those years, the show's coming back under a new name, same guys, a couple new concepts. So that'll be coming soon. Ray, give him the handle.
At Nefarious Pod.
There you
And
go.
if you want to email us at nefariousmeanspod@gmail.com.
I could have sworn that in that video I saw Chris Platt saying melon farmer. Did you
I would
guys see
say
that as well, or was it just?
Possible.
He said he was on the phone talking to somebody. He was getting the grift ready to come up with them bags.
He was telling
Thank you.
somebody their arms are too short to box with God. Is something.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out
Or
to
he would
Nas.
smoke. he'd smoke a bag of that.
There you go. We all got our Chris Platt.
There's so many Plattisms. Oh my
There
god.
are a lot of
They're great.
Plattisms. Ray, thank you so much for leading us through the Elite Eight of Battle Royale
Another great
Madness.
addition, Ray. Outdone yourself again.
You really have, Ray. You really have.
Wait till you see
You
next
make
week.
you almost make me want to go to Turkey to get that one dread, but I'm going to abstain. Before we get to what you watching, we do have the Oscars coming up tonight. I've heard a lot of different things. A lot of people talking about Sinners. Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I have the nominees for the major categories if you want them real quick.
Do it. Go ahead.
You want to run through and take a quick pick real fast?
Yeah. Let's start with Best Picture. You got Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
One battle.
I think Sinners is going to win a whole ton of shit tonight, and I'm going with Sinners.
They're not going to give the main one to them. One battle winning.
I'm with Tony. I think this is the year that the Academy goes in a different direction.
I think
and
this is the year they
recognizes-
fucking get it right and get their head out of their ass. How about
For the
that?
record,
This is the year, and I know what you're going to say, Ray. Sinners should win. Absolutely, Sinners should win this award. I think
Sinners
we all
should
agree
win.
on that.
But
Now-
I need to say, I watched One Battle. It is fantastic. So
Okay.
I understand why there's an argument between the two.
I turned it off after a half an hour. It was boring.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I didn't need Sean Penn to get a boner and be walked outside. Who gives a fuck? I mean, that was stupid.
that shit was hey. But if you was around Tiana Taylor, you wouldn't get a boner?
Well, I didn't say that.
Okay. Let's get some context.
I'm more
I
of a
think
Megan Thee Stallion kind of guy.
I think Tony's right. I think Sinners wins
Tiana
this
got
Best
Stallion,
Picture. I
you
think
know,
I think they get it right this time. I'm hoping. Go ahead, Tony. What's next?
Best Director, Ryan Coogler, Sinners. Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. Josh Safdie, Marty Supreme. Chloe Zhao, Hamnet. And Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value.
PTA.
You got Paul
It should
Thomas
be
Anderson.
Ryan,
He's got that one
but
battle
PTA is
again.
gonna
He's got
win.
one battle again. Dave?
They're winning the two big ones, and Sinners gonna win all the other small ones.
I'll go with Ray on this one. That even though I think Sinners gets Best Picture, that they'll go with the with BTA on this.
I think Chloe Zhao gets it for Hamnet. I think that movie is really underrated. It's something I need to see. Actually, I really want to watch that. But it's getting a lot of great reviews there.
To that point, when you're gonna say in a minute, but old girl who was in it is gonna win Best Actress.
Best Actor in a Leading Role, Timothy I Don't Like Ballet Chalamet for Marty Supreme. You're welcome. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. Dave, you pick first this time.
Yeah, I got Michael B. Jordan winning
I
this.
do too.
I think unlike the other guys, he did two roles flawlessly in this movie, and that's the Academy usually responds to stuff like that. So I think he gets this one. No disrespect to Leonardo or Mr. Chalamet, but I got Michael B. Jordan winning this one.
Hey, Wagner Moura had a great run.
And Ray, get Michael B. Jordan. Why?
Because Michael B. fucking? I don't know what's the joke.
That thing you sent me all those months ago. The thing
Oh,
on TikTok.
because he's for the
Yeah, that's right. That word that Tunney can't say. That's right.
For the Nightfalls.
Yeah, the Nightfalls.
Shout out to Wagner Moura and Ethan Hawke, who both also had great runs of it themselves. So
I have a question though. What if you were someone who reneges, like you renege on a deal that would make you a what?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
I heard that joke. I heard that joke on Kill Tony. A white guy told that joke on Kill Tony and got away with it.
Wow.
Delroy Lindo, who is a major part of Sinners, has a great video where someone's like, "We can't even say words anymore." He was like, "Say it. Go ahead. Say it. Who's stopping you?" No. So Michael B. Jordan should win.
Yeah.
I didn't believe Michael Jordan could win until he won the SAG Award. That was big. The momentum is almost deafening right now. They're not winning both. Michael B. Jordan's not winning Best Actor, and Sinners isn't winning Best Picture. So I'm picking PTA and One Ballot from Another to win Director and Movie. I think Michael B. Jordan gets it for Sinners. If you saw the way Viola Davis, Best Actor in the World, lost her mind when she gave the award to him, I just think it's over, dog.
Best Actress in a Leading Role: Jessie Buckley Hamnet, Emma Stone Begonia, Renee Rinsby Sentimental Value. I probably said that wrong. Kate Hudson's Song Sung Blue. That's a song. That is a story about a Milwaukee duo, and if you haven't seen that movie, it's amazing. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I think it's back to me. I think Emma Stone has a really good chance of winning this one for Begonia.
What she put herself through for that movie, it's a good shout. But Hammett got to win something.
Jesse
and
Buckley.
I think Jesse Buckley's going to take this one.
Yeah, I think I'm with Ray on that one. I got Jesse as well. No disrespect to Emma Stone for the job that she did, because she was amazing.
Actor in a supporting role: Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another; Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein; Delroy Lindo, Sinners; Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, and His Erection; Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Ray?
So look, man, the one battle as another guys, both of them were great. Even Sean Penn's erection, we all understand. But only one dude played a role that carried the whole movie. Elordi's winning this. I don't think it's a question.
I'm with Ray. Jacob Elordi transformed himself into Frankenstein's monster. It was
And
pretty
he is
cool.
the movie.
I didn't watch the whole movie, but I turned the movie on just to see different things that Jacob Elordi was doing.
Yeah.
Fucking, this guy is going to be one of the most decorated actors when his time is done. His potential is ridiculous. He hasn't even reached it yet.
And you can tell if you've never watched Euphoria, which I imagine a lot of people of you guys' age ranges wouldn't, you saw it then.
He's in
Dude
Saltburn
is-
too with
Yes.
Barry Keoghan.
He's so good.
We are unanimous on this one, because I got the same one. Because yeah, that performance from Frankenstein was amazing. Great movie too. I mean, Tony, you should finish watching it. It's phenomenal.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role: Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value; Inga Idsdottir Liliaeus, Sentimental Value; Amy Madigan, Weapons; Wunmi Musaku, Sinners; and Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Ray?
Can I go
Go
here
ahead.
first?
Yeah.
Amy Madigan is the only answer here. No disrespect to anybody else. Anybody who's watched Weapons and watched the role that she did as Aunt Gladys, she should win this. And that's all I got to say.
So she's won every other one of the awards for this. And she'll probably win. And I'm fine with that. But again, if you have not seen Tiana,
Yeah, she was
One
really
Battle
good in
After
the
Another.
little bit I saw.
in fact, I'll go as far to say she's more important in this movie than Leo is. She's amazing.
Have to watch that.
I think it's easily
really good.
it's one of the two you guys say. I would say maybe an underdog here would be Elle Fanning and Sentimental Value.
Yeah.
But I'll go. I would go with Ray and Tiana Taylor here, just because it's part of a performance that I saw, and I haven't seen Weapons. So
Amy will win, for the record, and she was, and no diss, because she was amazing. I didn't even realize that was her.
just so everybody knows,
Yeah.
Conan's hosting, and Sinners has set a record for overall nominations with 16 this year.
By the way, Sinners will win Best Original Screenplay, and One Battle After Another will win Best Adapted. Those are the other two major categories, no question.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Is it on YouTube this year, or is that next year
Yes,
that it makes
YouTube.
it this year? I'll be really interested to see what kind of reception it gets, and whether the switch to YouTube makes a difference. And maybe because they are switching to YouTube, does that give Sinners a better chance at racking up some more wins?
So they're on ABC as well.
Oh.
Oh, are they? Okay.
They're on ABC.
I'll tell you this. With all that the Academy's gone through the past few years, they don't want to fuck this up.
Yeah, and that may be why Sinners has a better chance than it otherwise would.
About an hour and a half from now, you're going to get the NCAA bracket reveal on CBS, and right after that, at 6:30 Eastern, the Oscars are starting on ABC. I think that's brilliant. They get that early going, and we can kind of give everybody a little bit of time up there.
Bear
Can't
down,
wait to see
baby.
what Conan. Can't wait to see what Conan does for the Open. I haven't been watching anything new, Dave. I'll just transition in right away.
Okay.
Shark Tank, Next Level Chef. What was the other thing? Oh, I need to catch up. I watched the first 2 episodes. I need to catch up. I'll report back next week on how the fall and rise of Reggie Dinkins is doing over on NBC with Tracy Morgan, Bobby Moynihan, et cetera, et cetera.
Ray, what you been watching, man?
Bear down, baby. Sorry. Go Cats. Trap House, Bobby Cannavale and Dave Bautista. Great movie. Loved it on Netflix. Very, very good movie. I want to say there's something else I watched that was out of the norm. It was Running Man, Glenn Powell. Dog, I didn't think it'd be that good. I enjoyed the hell out of that. I
Nice.
enjoyed talk about sinners. The girl who played Perlene, Jamie Lawson, is the wife of Glenn Powell in that movie.
Awesome. I've been watching Unreal. Been going through season 2, checking out that, which is good. You know, it's more of the same stuff, but I'm enjoying it. Almost done with 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I'll say this: I could see why this movie maybe did not hit with fans at the cinema. It's a little bit difficult to watch some of this stuff. There is a little bit of some torture porn elements going on with this movie that may not have stuck the landing as well with the fans from the first 28 years later, to really have them flip over to this sequel. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good movie. I'm just saying objectively, I can see why it might have turned some people off, but we'll see. But that's pretty much it right now. Guys, that's going to do it for another tremendous edition of Bandwagon Nerds. Awesome stuff all the way around. You guys are magnificent. You're tremendous. I'll kick off where you can follow me on social media, because you guys know where you can't follow me. Tony, where can they not follow me right now? Tony doesn't know. It's a real injury. I blew out my...
It's like you got the wrong answer on the Family Feud.
Yeah, that's right. But you can follow me on Blue Sky at Attitude Ag. You know, that's an option for those of you who hang out on Blue Sky, which the more I'm there, I realize why it's called Blue Sky. It's like, boy, there's some optimistic shit going on here. I mean, I'm as, you know, not the biggest fan of the Donald either.
There's a
like,
reason a lot of the
all right.
angry people decided not to spend their full time on Blue Sky when they thought they were going to leave X.
It's a little too Blue Sky, I would say, but it's a good platform. I mean, it's got most of the functionality that X does. There's just no one there. But you can follow me at Attitude Ag over on Blue Sky. But I think, like Tony would say, the website attitudeofaggression.com is the best way to interact with stuff, and the YouTube channel. Attitude of Aggression's YouTube channel. We just put out a new episode of Unidentified History this week, where I recapped my experience at the Conscious Life Expo, which was a very interesting and unique event. Tony?
If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, we have a review of every episode of the Night of the Nine Kingdoms.
Yes.
Sorry if you haven't watched it yet. In addition, we'll have a live episode of the Big Five coming this Friday with myself, Dave, and DJ. We're going to talk about the Hulk Hogan heel turn to the NWO, and also cover SummerSlam 96, right, Dave?
That's exactly right. We did, and for those of you who are getting a preview of that, we were going to do Bash at the Beach 96 as a full side quest, and then
you can only find two matches.
Can't find it. You can't find the whole thing anymore.
Even anywhere you go, you can find almost every WCW event except for that one. You can only find the final match and then another match on the card. I forget which one it is, but
yeah.
Anyway,
and it's all right because it's not that great of a card, other than the iconic end and the most important, arguably the most important moment in wrestling history. But as Tony said, we will be covering SummerSlam 96, getting back to the Big Five project. Tony, we're almost to 97, man. We got this one and one more, and we're to 97. So
we're okay. We're good now. We're much
happy
better place than we used
days
to be
are here
for a while.
again.
Oh man, let me tell you.
No more Giant Gonzalez. It is
no
a good time.
more New Generation. There you go. That's how you play
Ray,
that one.
Tony hasn't outed you yet, so where can people check you out on social media?
Well, my boy talked about Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do, reading? Never mind. I'm at It's Ray Cash, R-E-Y as Mysterio, C-A-S-H as in dollars. But take your follow from me and go follow Nefarious Pod. Brand new, just started today. We'll try to do some stuff on that. Don't know when the first episode will drop, but it'll definitely be one, if not the end of March, beginning of April. So something's coming.
So
we can
I
find
thought
some
for sure,
free
Ray,
time for Chris Platt.
I thought for sure, Ray, you were going to do like this. Let me tell you something, brother. You know.
Same thing. You know that was his favorite word.
Yes, we're aware of that. But we won't speak ill of the dead, but that is going to do it
You
for this.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can follow me at TC Tunney for crying out loud.
I thought you gave your information.
Jeez, you've been skipping me all day.
And
Did I? I thought you.
And
Sorry, man.
shout out to the captain, Wrestling Realist, WRESTLNG Realist. And if you want to help him feel better and get back to full health, tweet him some amazing and some fun Zack Snyder pictures. That'll bring him right back to health.
Now the phone got thrown for real this time.
Yeah, that might have earned a phone toss there, Ray.
Or at least got a laugh. At least got a laugh.
Oh man, and the Rise of Skywalker. Tell him how much you love him.
Now you're just gonna have to hear about it next week.
Yeah, if you really want to make Patrick happy, send him the oh God, what is that?
And also tell him that the best droid and the greatest hero in the history of Star Wars is C-3PO. He'll love that.
Patrick, I'm not doing anything right now, but trying to get the show over with, and these guys are ridiculing you. Dave,
Love you, my boy.
Finish the show.
Tell Patrick that BB-8 is better than R2-D2, and if you really want to make Patrick happy, send him the director's extended cut of Rebel Moon. He'll really appreciate
Here's
that.
the best thing about it. He can't fire me until next show. Because I still got to finish Battle Royale Madness. And then after that, I'm on hiatus.
Tony, I profusely apologize for skipping you on the social media outro there. I could have sworn I did, but shit. All right.
Since your Twitter's gone, he's the only one that actually has active followers. So
that's true. That's very true. So, Tony, you're the anchor here, buddy. But that's going to do it for this episode of Bandwagon Nerds. Until next week, everybody, get some sun, even though it's going to be hot everywhere. Get yourself out of the basement. Next week, Battle Royale Madness comes to an end with the Final Four and the final battle. It's not just a Ring of Honor pay-per-view
that they ruined
like that. Yeah,
it was already perfect.
It's
yes,
something
now
else.
I gotta change.
Next week we get the Final Four and the final battle for Battle Royale Madness. Who is going to be the baddest ass in the Nerdosphere? We're gonna find out next week. Until then, you guys take care of yourself. Have a great week.